Welcome to StopFake, the place where we set the record straight on disinformation about Ukraine. I'm Fulbright scholar Benjamin Cohen with StopFake's latest dissection of Russia's mendacious creativity. This week's disinformation menu brings you the following. Kyiv's homeless to be run out of town because of Eurovision. Ukraine shelling OSCE vehicle explosion area in the occupied territories. Kyiv City Council forces shop clerks and waiters to speak only Ukrainian. So let's get to the details, shall we? Russian propagandist media are working overtime disseminating all manner of fake stories about Ukraine's preparation for hosting the 2017 Eurovision Song Contest. The newest false tale is a claim that Kyiv is herding its homeless from the streets of the capital in time for Eurovision. Lenta.ru, NTV, Komsomolskaya Pravda, Tsargrad, and others had a field day with this fake. It all began when the Ukrainian news site Vesti ran a story citing a police patrolman named Sergei who told the publication that the city is planning a roundup of the capital's homeless. I don't know where they will be moved to. It's possible they may be dumped in some fields outside Kyiv. Vesti then quotes the Kyiv Police Press Service, who allegedly said, "We are addressing this issue and the city police chief should be making an announcement." We asked the Kyiv City Police what was going on. What they told us is as follows. Vesti did contact the police, and the police told them the city was beefing up security in the capital for Eurovision. The issue of the homeless was never mentioned. Vesti took two pieces of information they had gathered and cooked up a story that simply doesn't exist. They never identified the alleged policeman who told them about the fake homeless roundup beyond a first name, and to that they added a statement from the police press office that was about something completely different. We're addressing the issue, concerned security, and not Kyiv's homeless. Shame on you, Vesti. No Pulitzers for you. The self-proclaimed Luhansk People's Republic, the Russian-supported separatist enclave in eastern Ukraine bordering Russia, has resorted to using the recent accidental death of an OSCE monitor for propaganda purposes, accusing Ukraine's military of shelling the region where a landmine blew up a vehicle carrying an OSCE monitoring team. Luhansk People's Republic representative Vladislav Denego claims that one can hear shelling close to the place where the tragedy occurred. This is how the Ukrainian side is hindering the investigation, he said. Russia Today, RIA Novosti, Komsomolskaya Pravda, Vesti.ru, Channel 5, and scores of other Russian propaganda sites disseminated this fake. The Ukrainian Defense Ministry dismissed the accusation as groundless and fake. An interactive map developed by the Ukraine Crisis Media Center that tracks fighting in the occupied territories shows that Ukrainian armed forces did not shell the Luhansk region where the OSCE vehicle hit a mine. During an April 24th briefing about the mine incident, OSCE Ukraine Deputy Chief Monitor Alexander Hug did not mention any Ukrainian obstruction into the investigation, nor did he say that the area was being shelled. The Ukrainian Defense Ministry dismissed the accusations as a lie and said the Ukrainian military have not violated the ceasefire in this area at all. Ukrainian Defense Ministry spokesman Colonel Alexander Motuzyanik said the area in question is under separatist control since the summer of 2014. He pointed out that the Minsk ceasefire agreement calls for front areas to be demined, something the Russian-supported separatists have ignored. A recent posting on the Vkontakte social media site describing how a tractor carrying civilians hit a mine in another area of Luhansk Oblast, controlled by separatists. Ukrainian MP and military expert Dmitry Timchuk, who coordinates the fact-checking initiative called Information Resistance, reported that soon after the OSCE vehicle hit the mine, an RT camera crew arrived on the scene, followed closely by a jeep of civilians who began issuing orders to RT journalists. Nationalists demand shop clerks speak Ukrainian, declared RIA Novosti. Only Ukrainian in cafes and shops, announced Vesti. Kyiv City Council surrounded by nationalists demanding only Ukrainian is spoken, warned Novostnaya Agentstvo Kharkov. Complete Ukrainization starting in Kyiv, blazed News 1. All these fake warnings raising fake alarms arose because the Kyiv City Council agreed to explore a new language project. The document, which was approved as a draft, and its proposals are only recommendations and aims to remove the results of Soviet language policy, said the document's author, City Council member Yuri Sirotyuk. The language proposal calls on businesses in the capital to use the official state language, Ukrainian, in all facets of activity, documentation, advertising, signs, billboards, and so on. Sirotyuk followed up his proposal with a post on his Facebook page, pointing out that the language project does not ban any languages, but is aimed first and foremost at protecting Article 10 of the Ukrainian Constitution, which states that the official language of the country is Ukrainian. That's it for this week. You can get more information about these stories and more on our website. Give us a click. Be vigilant and beware of fakes. If you spot any disinformation about Ukraine, send it to us for a truth autopsy. Remember, consuming fake news is bad for your health, your brain, and the psychological climate of society, so don't do it. I'm Benjamin Cohen, and this is StopFake. Thanks for watching.